Hey guys, I'm Kira, this is Fangirl Flails, and today we are flailing about literally the best novella I've ever read in my entire life, and that is Defying Convention by Cecil Wilde. I requested this from NetGalley because it's published by Lesson 3 Publishing, the loves of my life, and it promised a cute queer love story about two online best friends who meet for the first time at a convention, and oh my god, it did not disappoint. It's only 65 pages long, so I don't really know how to talk about the plot in more detail, so let's talk about the characters, aka the cutest, damn realistic cuties that there ever was. Danny and AJ have been a huge part of each other's lives for more than half a decade, and they never go a day without talking to one another. Danny is like this beautiful, anxious, bisexual Viking man with his long, flowing red hair and beard. And while I'm not trans like Danny is, and therefore I could never relate to how misgendering feels, I do relate to Danny very much. I've never seen such an accurate portrayal of an anxiety disorder, let alone someone having a panic attack. He is so guarded and insecure, but he has found comfort with his friendship with AJ, not because love has cured him, but because AJ is so understanding and considerate. There's a part where Danny's talking about how AJ could be Captain America, and AJ responds that they would have to be taller and whiter and blonder, maybe straighter and more possessed of a penis, like an attached one. And that is such a great line. Not because we needed to know anything about their genitalia, because we didn't, but because it solidifies the fact that AJ is a non-binary bisexual of color, and that is it's so good. It's so good. And AJ is just so adorable and confident in themselves, and like I said, so understanding. Both of them regularly check on how the other one's doing since they're in such an intense, crowded setting. Even though they've known each other for 5 years, they had to figure out what each person was comfortable with. Even outside of a sexual context, they still regularly asked for consent. Speaking of sexual content, yes, there is a fair bit. There is one, like, sex scene, and then there's a lot of implications, because let's just say they didn't go to some panels because they didn't want to get out of bed. It's just, it's both adorable and sexy, but like, it's mostly adorable because they're just so considerate and caring for each other, and I'd probably realistically recommend this for ages 15 and up, although I'm all for learning about queer sex at a young age because it can make your teen years just so much easier. So I'm gonna say no matter what age you are, if you feel comfortable with this, go ahead and pick it up. It doesn't pander to cishet audiences, which is great because it's not necessarily for them, but there is a scene near the end where Danny and AJ have to explain their relationship to an ex-girlfriend of Danny's who only knew him before he transitioned. So there is a little bit of explanation there if you think you might need that. So yes, I think even my grandma, who's not versed in LGBTQ+ literature, would enjoy this book. Although I will be honest and say that I wouldn't recommend her any book that has sex in it, but I would recommend it to you, random citizen. I will link where you can go buy this book down below. It is available as an ebook novella, and it's also available in the collection Geek Out by Lesson 3 Publishing, which I would also recommend. And I'm so living the novella lifestyle right now, like the short stories that are like, you know, 50 to like 75 pages long, like I'm living it. So you should comment and leave me some cute recommendations. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.